Dove siamo?
Che?
Dove siamo? We're Chloe and Matthew, two wine-loving foodies who have set out to explore the world one bite, sip and slurp at a time. In this series, we're exploring every iconic wine region in Australia to get a lowdown on the juice, the people and what makes them special. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are exploring the little Italy of the wine regions in Australia, which would be
King Valley.
King Valley. We were so excited to come here, but we realised that we have
A bit of a problem.
a problem. So, we may not have planned our entrance to the King Valley very well. With a pretty wet winter so far, every river we can see on the map is flooding and the King Valley isn't being spared. Luckily, nothing we couldn't handle, but it did make for some interesting driving. And secondly, ironically, it's the King's Weekend, which means that the celebrations are on and every winery is having a party. Great for us, maybe not so great for filming. Oh well, let's see what kind of trouble we can get up to in the little Italy of Australia and the home of Australian Prosecco.
John Gehrig, a fourth-generation winemaker, established his eponymous winery in the Malawa Gourmet region of King Valley in 1971. The focus is on wines of place and showing a true representation of the vineyard. Son Ross is now running the winery, and in 2011 expanded to include a vineyard and cellar door in Rutherglen, his father's birthplace. Ross and his wife Megan now keep this family farm running and producing some pretty interesting wines.
Redbank Vineyard is the next stop on our list, and owner Michelle was there to guide us through.
The building is 162 years old. The bricks that you see here in cellar door, the dirt to make the bricks come from underneath the building, and that's where our wine cellar is. Our wines are from the King Valley. The majority of them are grown on a property called Elevation 652. That's where Redbank owns their vineyard.
It's a 2016 vintage Alora. So it's a Pinot Noir Chardonnay. It's nice and easy drinking. It's one of my absolute favourites. So popular. It just walks out the door, this one.
If you don't come here for the wine, at least come here for the cheese platter.
Why would you not come here for the wine?
Well, I mean, you will. Look at those little flowers on there.
So this is my absolute favourite red. This is our Sangiovese. I've just been having way too much of this lately. I just love the plum and cherry.
So this is like the most Australian pairing that you can possibly get.
Yeah. So
And I'm here for it.
this is our muscat. We call it Christmas in a bottle, and have it with a salted caramel.
Like not just
Tim Tam.
any Tim Tam, but a
It
salted
has to be
caramel.
or salted
Okay.
caramel. Cheers.
Verdict?
Oh, that's rich.
Oh, that's nice.
See, we even got the Americans onto it. That's big.
It's got like raisin flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Christmas pudding.
Bon appetit.
That works.
Yeah.
Verdict?
I love it.
Out of 10?
I'm gonna go 10.
10?
Yeah.
Out of 10?
I'll go 9.5.
Oh my God, it's a 10 for
It's
me.
a 10. There
It's
we
a
go.
10 for me.
Siamo veramente in Italia. We are really in Italy, guys. This is a legit espresso. Woo!
Guys, we are on day 2 in the King Valley. Chloe is down there running the dog around. Gotta get Rex all worn out before we get on the road. But first stop today is Dal Zotto. Dal Zottos are an Italian family from Valdobbiadene, I think, up in the Veneto region of Italy. They've been making wine here in the King Valley since 1987, and they're supposed to be pretty well known for their sparkling wines. So let's go give it a try.
So this is the bit now where we go act natural.
So the uniqueness of the region, I suppose, is around that whole
So you've got 800 metres above sea level, 20 minutes up the road, 240 here. Between that, you've got world-class sparkling, then you've got great table wine, and you've got that mix of Italian, a little bit of Spanish, French, traditional sort of stuff. Down towards Rutherglen, you've got world-class waterfalls. So, like within the space of just on an hour, you've got like a trip around the world in wine. Like when we started growing Prosecco, it was just, Dad grew up in Valdobbiadene, part of what our family is. The story really connected with us. Dad always wanted to do it here. Let's make Prosecco.
Yeah.
It seems logical. And we went, like, it should do well here. Lo and behold, like, it's doing particularly well. Like, King Valley is really similar to that whole Valdobbiadene, Corneliano area. Days can be quite warm, as they can be over there,
Well,
below
that's
15
legit.
degrees.
That's like straight out of
Valdobbiadene, yes.
Valdobbiadene.
See,
What can I say now?
Take two.
Valdobbiadene.
Perfect. Bang, cheers. Prosecco, like everyone looks at Prosecco and thinks it's quite a simple wine,
Yeah.
but it's also quite a simple wine to ruin. Its flavour profile is quite tight, so you've got stuff like delicate florals, and you've got citrus notes, bit of pear, bit of apple, but you don't want to have too much pear. The reality is all we're trying to do is take the flavours that exist out there and put it into this.
If you have good fruit, any idiot can make wine. Anybody can. I didn't mean it like that. Can you tell these two are brothers? Why are brothers always so mean to each other?
We're creating something in order for people to have fun and reconnect and sit down with people and open a bottle and have fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit down and dissect everything that you do all the time.
Right.
And the joy of Prosecco is it actually brings people together, gives you good ideas and solves arguments.
It's with Glera. It's
No.
Prosecco.
Cut.
No. Record this. Fully record this.
Yeah.
So Prosecco has been a grape variety since the beginning of time.
Oh, it is a
So in
great
2008, the Italian government changed the name from Prosecco to Glera and
Okay.
made a region called Prosecco.
Interesting.
Way after the fact. So it's not the same story as Burgundy, it's not the same as Champagne.
Right.
It'd be like taking Sauvignon Blanc and saying Sauvignon Blanc is a region now.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to call it Sauvignon Blanc anymore.
Yes.
So Glera was a name they just pulled out of the hat
Okay.
to say let's call it this, and only us guys here can make Prosecco with Prosecco.
And if you even go back a little bit further, Otto, Dad, so when he left Valdobbiadene in World War II, the town got bombed in Valdor. So the little church that sits in the middle of Valdobbiadene, at the base of the hills, had a little church bell and a sphere. 3 bells that got bombed, they found it after they started rebuilding the church, but they found the 3 damaged church bells, or spheres. And they got these amazing, massive holes of shrapnel through them. So what they did was they grabbed each one of these church bells, put it on a little beautiful ornaments, and sent it to 3 of the 3 gentlemen that had grown up in Valdobbiadene but had since moved out and created a new life for themselves in other parts of the world. So Dad got one. There was another gentleman in Canada and another guy in Brazil. But I guess what I'm getting at here is the essence of Dad and Dal Zotto, the ethos of what we were trying to create with Prosecco, was not try to turn around and say we do this better or we do this the same. It was a mark of respect for a variety that Dad grew up with, and it was tying back into history from where he came from, and something that we wanted to almost put the flag in the ground to say Prosecco's here in Australia and this is the way that we do it. I'm just going to go organise a couple of pizzas.
Sounds great.
Is there anything you don't eat?
No.
Good.
But like you've got the lemon crumb there, which is this one here. That was our first Prosecco we ever released.
Okay.
So because we did a small bottle, we did method chapter 1, but we disgorged it after 6 months. So still fresh, really crisp apple, like really sharp Granny Smith apple. That's what I think. And then you've got the col fondo, which col fondo means with base. Basically method chapter 1. So bottle fermented, not disgorged. This is like ancestral. This is like
That's your dirty, yeah.
so that's dirty. This is our tabello, right? And it's,
Nice.
well, so this is ancestral. This is the traditional way of making Prosecco before they had tanks, before they added yeast, sugars or anything. It was pure great product in this bottle, and that's it.
Once again, the winemakers are just chatting away while the brand and marketing managers are working. Can you all see my eye roll emojis?
Once
Something.
prosciutto rosa, mine was supposed to be a prosciutto bianca.
Okay. Somehow, this semi-professional interview has turned into a bunch of friends sitting around eating pizza and drinking wine. As they said before, wine is here to bring people together.
We had the chance to chat with Otto for a few minutes, and to continue the Italian tradition, we were invited to spend the rest of the festival hanging out with the Dal Zotto family and friends. This was an amazing time full of food, wine, fun, and laughter. This place is Italian. These people are Italian. We walked in there and sat down to have a conversation about the wines, and they talked about the wines, but they're just like, now we're family, let's chill, let's hang out. Phenomenal. This is a thing.
So
families related.
My dad and the Dal Zotto boys' mum are brothers and sisters, so they're my first cousins. The story starts back with one of my great uncles, Uncle Alfonso. He was the adventurer of the Pizzini branch. Anyway, after the Second World War, he saw the fly that says come to Australia, and he jumped on the ship. So the government was promoting tobacco in the industry. Eventually, the Pizzini brothers became the biggest growers of tobacco in the Southern Hemisphere.
When did they switch over to wine?
So then, as the story continues, the government then started to disincentivise the industry.
Tobacco's bad, kids. Tobacco's bad.
So then that started to reduce the quotas that we could grow. So then it became unproductive for a large growing family. So then the brothers decided to then separate and buy farms. So it wasn't until 78 is when we started planting our own vines. We sort of grew tobacco and grapes at the same time for a period of time, and then one just outgrew the other, and then we started producing our own brand in 1994. So we are standing in a Nebbiolo vineyard.
Beautiful.
You notice that the vines are planted quite close together,
Yep.
and it's really about producing low yields per vine. But we're 100% cane pruned. It's all about vine health. It's also a method of yield management, so you don't have as many buds. It also keeps the canopy thin, so we get filtered light through the canopy.
Mm-hmm.
The varieties that we mostly make here is Pinot Grigio, Sangiovese and Nebbiolo. They're our top sort of three.
Joel spent a good part of the day with us, driving us around to visit the vineyards and then tasting through the majority of their wine lineup. They've really crafted some amazing wines here that stay true to the flavors and characters their grapes bring back from Italy. We stuck around after to continue enjoying the party, as it was just too beautiful of a day and fun crowd to pass up.
Buongiorno.
Chloe's grumpy today.
I am not.
You are grumpy.
I am not.
Wine will fix this, don't worry.
The Corsini family began planting vines in 1980. In 1997, Gino and Carmel decided to bottle their own wines. The success led to the building of their own Tuscan-style cellar door and a continued legacy of preservative-free winemaking. This was a fun family to visit and chat about their family history of some delicious wines. An interesting standout they make here that isn't popular elsewhere is an inky black Saperavi.
King River Estate is 2 vineyards and labels in one. King River and Flying Duck. Gourmet Traveler rated them the best small cellar door in the King Valley in 2022, and this showed. Such a quaint little area to sit by a fire and taste some delicious wines. They have a bit more focus on French varieties versus Italian here, but of course have the requisite Prosecco.
King's birthday. Let's cheers to the King at King River Estate in the King Valley.
That's a lot of King.
That's a lot of
That's
king.
a lot of King.
Cheers to the
Cheers to
king.
the King.
Cheers to the King, but also cheers to the Queen because we love it.
Yeah.
We love the Queen.
We figured we'd let Rex get a little playtime before getting back in the van, and just so we could enjoy the sunshine and this beautiful day.
Yeah, sunny days, no clouds in the sky, but I get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, Henny, it don't matter, shots.
Chrismont was the last winery on our list, and we managed to squeeze them in just as we were driving south out of the King Valley. Another large Italian family, the wines here were just fantastic. We combined this visit with lunch to celebrate our 1-year anniversary on the road.
Happy 1 year on the road, baby.
The King Valley was an incredible experience where we had delicious wines, we made new friends, and found a little piece of Italy to soothe our souls while we continued the trek through Australia's wine regions.
Well, of course we picked the worst road out of town, but at least the scenery was nice. Next stop, the Yarra Valley. Home to supposedly the best Pinot Noir region in Australia, the Yarra is also well known for Shiraz, Cabernet, Chardonnay, their produce, and other assorted goodies. Join us in the next video as we explore all the tasty treats of the Yarra Valley, a day trip wine region from the great city of Melbourne. Make sure to like and subscribe below. There's a whole bunch of delicious experiences in our future.